Warning, the following program contains strong black first opinion about mature and strong subject matter that affects black America and the diaspora as a whole. Listen at your own risk, you sissy.
Grand Rising All, you are listening to the one and only Be One or None. Good morning from Africatown, Los Angeles.
Grand Rising, everyone. We are here in the uh in the building, in the house, in each one of our houses. Now the whole crew is not here tonight, but shout out to UEOA. Grand Rising, Kathy B.
Peace, 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 peace.
So yeah, so we are you see the discussion. You know, my last video, if y'all want to see it, they took it down off of my page. But if y'all want to see it, go on Mind Games Uncut and look at the last video that we did when we said what was the name, what was the title, Mind Games?
Well, on mine, I got it's George Floyd racist. Yes, on
It's
mine,
Charlie
that's how I
Kirk,
got. Yeah, it's
racist.
Charlie Kirk. I'm a
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk.
I'm gonna
I think
try
I
to
said
change the title and upload my video again because somehow they took it down off of my channel, but yet it's on the other channel. So now we're talking about Charlie Kirk versus black victims. Like, you know, Tamir Rice was a 12-year-old young boy in the park playing with a toy gun that was obvious toy gun. Police didn't even give it a second. He jumped out, pew pew, and Tamir Rice gone. Breonna Taylor laying in her bed, don't even know to this day what happened. She went to sleep as a, wasn't she a didn't she work in the wasn't she a EMS responder? She went
I
to
think
bed.
so.
She went to bed one night and never woke back up. Um, you know, she did actual work in the community. Tamar Rice, we don't know what he would have grown up to be. We have Emmett Till. I mean, y'all, you know, look at the thumbnail. Emmett Till, young black boy. We all know the story. He was beaten, drugged, and I mean, I seen people going to his memorial the other day. We have Emmett Till. We can the Sandra Bland. She was an activist. She was all of a sudden arrested and decided that she wanted to unalive herself in a jail cell full of white tea
Ah,
people.
hey, I didn't
George
know. I didn't know she.
Floyd.
I didn't know she was an activist. She was.
Yeah, she have a channel. They was repeating some of her stuff. Yes, she was
Oh
speaking
wow,
on like we do. Yes, she
wow.
was. That's what I'm saying. Why would you be going to speak on? You know, only time you're gonna speak on this stuff is if you really believe in it, and then all of a sudden she's gone. But now we have Charlie Kirk, who went around. They keep saying he was unalive for his opinion. He might have been unalive for his opinion, and it's not right. And that's what we're saying. It's not right. But yet, when it comes down to black people, we are treated like that should happen. That should just happen. We are not humanized in the American eyes. We are not seen as human. This man, because they hate the fact that black people have came up, they hate the fact that black people have fought against white supremacy, that they have to find themselves measuring against us like we did something to them, like we both have a history of doing wrong to each other, like we have a history of enslaving white people, taking over white communities, burning down white towns and stuff because we didn't like what one white person did to a black person. We don't have that history. We don't have a history of burning crosses in white people's yard. We don't have a history of using our power in politics or anywhere to to basically leave white people out of generational wealth. We don't have a history of using our power and sticking together and coming against white people to make sure their kids are uneducated. All this stuff that has been done to us, that a white America right now wants to sweep it under the rug, and they want Charlie Kirk to be looked like at as this human. And you got to remember his words, like, you know, the things he said about black people. And then what really disappoints me is that we have black people right now defending him, saying he wasn't racist. What did he turn a new leaf? Is that what you're saying? Because I don't see how you can claim he was not racist when he obviously was saying racist things, and he was going to not black schools to bring everybody together. He was going to predominantly white places, spewing lies that black people commit the most crimes, that a white person is more likely to be attacked or be a victim of crime by a black person. You know, when it's the opposite. So why are we, and I put that up, so why are we basically being shut down, like freedom of speech is being taken over because nobody wants to tell the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. White society does not want, racist white society does not want a mirror put in front of their faces. And right now we are at a point in our lives where they are continuing to erase history so that they don't have to look at themselves as the bad guy, because they have predestined black people to be the face of evil in America. Like, remember this, God, like this, when we talked about Colin Kaepernick, they said keep sports and politics separate. They basically fired Colin Kaepernick. Now you have sports teams running around giving tributes to Charlie Kirk like he was a president, like he was a congressman, like he was somewhere in politics. He was a activist in his own right, so going around doing what he was that what he chose to do, and spreading lies so that he can spread lie. He was basically spreading false information to other white kids to make it look like white people are being left out, and black, because black people got DEI. Somehow it's like he act like, they say that he basically was spreading truth, but yet to me he was spreading division because of the things he said. If you wanted to spread truth and you proud of your whiteness and all that stuff, why did everything he had to say was compared to blackness? And I land my plane. Are you there, Mind Games? Well, why my Mind Games?
Yeah, I'm here. I was looking. I
Okay.
was hold on a minute. I'm trying to pull up something because you
Okay,
don't
while
want
you
to go too
pulling
far.
that up, I'm gonna put this meme. Did you know that? I think this is right. They said him and George Floyd had the same birthday. Ironically,
I ain't heard that one.
this is the meme that I seen. I don't know how true it is, but my thing is, everything he did, everything when he went to tell his so-called truth, it was against the blackness of us. And so for black people and people to say he wasn't spewing racism, he was spewing lies. What would it look like if we together went around telling, which this is why they erase our history, because we don't have to go around and tell it. If they would stop erasing history books, you would know the history between white people and black people in America. And this is something I think Joy Reid said. Are you there, Mind Games? Or am I frozen? Okay.
Are you playing something?
No, I thought I was, but no. Can you hear me?
So I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why I'm doing a lot of research on this guy because he did say some good stuff, and I got some when you play with you. I had some. He was talking about Christian white supremacy. Yeah, oh, he kind of went off on them jokers, so I gotta be careful. We gotta be careful our word because he did go
I'm
off on
not
them
being
about that
careful
Charlie.
about nothing, because that's just
Yeah,
like eating a plate of food that have a little bit of shit on it. Are you going to
yeah,
eat a plate of food that got a little bit of shit on it? Just because he said a lot of good things doesn't mean the plate was clean.
yeah. Okay, I
That's how
got you.
they do us. They make us
Yeah,
divide ourselves with, okay, this person didn't mean this, unless he turned a new leaf at the end. I'm not going to take away from people changing. Now if at the end he started changing, that would be something different. But it's many videos with him debating black people, debating
Oh
other
yeah.
white people that called him out, and he was saying a lot of the stuff. Now I did see another white guy, and I was trying to find that video where he was saying that the Christianity that we study is not the same Christianity that that white people study, because white nationalists, that's what he was saying that Charlie Kirk was. White nationalists believes in a pure white country with white families and white jobs and basically leaving everybody out. So when we keep saying we're all Christians together, we really need to understand that they're not looking at the same Christianity as we do. Not a lot of them are not.
I don't even know why any black person would even think that anyway. That's crazy. The same Christianity that enslaved you, you gonna still to this day. But I think we'll never get out of that. We just, especially in the South, black people too embedded in that whole, religion and being a Christians and all that stuff. Yeah, so I don't think you'll never get us to change when it comes to that. You got what you
Mhm.
were looking for.
Yeah, I think the problem with us with Christianity is that we believe that we shouldn't do no wrong. We're the only ones always following the rules. And life should have shown us that if somebody can beat and enslave you and lynch you and do it as a collective group and go on, and they're still the number one financially fit people in America, when they are half of the population, they're still going around saying that we are. They're still, I guess some of them dropped out. I'm waiting. They're still going around saying that we are 13% of the population. That is not true, because you can just look around. I'm going to play this right here. If we're 13% of the population, I don't know, my phone is acting up. It's not letting me play anything. But if we're 13% of the population, then explain to me how come Biden said that white people are dying out, that they're doomed. Remember that? So we need to put our thinking caps on, because something is not right. We are not 13% of the population. They want us to always think small. Here come D Mays back in the building. Y'all hold on one second. We are having technical difficulties. StreamYard is tripping. It's like everything is frozen. D Mays, I'm trying to get you in there. So just give me 1 second. We are not 13% of the population. I'm just letting y'all know that. All of this is a lie. It's just a coup to keep us thinking small about ourselves. They want us to think, hey, it's not enough for y'all to overthrow us. Hold on 1 second. Okay. There you go. Are you with us, Mind Games?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So
They
you
want
ready?
us to think small. They want us to think that you're only small part of the population. They want you to think small so that you don't know you have the power. They want you to think because this is the excuse they give. Well, we own more of the wealth. They don't have to segregate themselves. It was already segregated. And then our segregation, they burned down our towns, over 150 of them. And I'm glad to see, and I'm gonna say this to white people, shout out to the white people that are out there spreading the truth on TikTok and telling the truth about a lot of stuff. We need to listen. Because that with if some white people is telling the truth, that means they all know the truth. But they refuse to let you know the truth because they don't want you to gather the strength and say, wait a minute. But back to what I was saying, they want you to believe you're 13% so that it can justify a small group of people holding all the wealth. We keep saying the 1% holds all the wealth of everybody else. Out of 100% of the wealth that's produced in America, the rest of us, white, black, immigrants, we work every day. And that lazy class 1% is taking all our money. And then they do what they want with the money. They want us to pit each other against each other instead of teaching every child in school the truth, not propaganda. Teach every child in school the truth of why your parents or why your grandparents or why majority of the white people have the wealth is because of the horrific, horrendous things they did to the black population and continue to do after slavery. I'm tired of talking about slavery. Let's talk about after slavery when we pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps. Let's talk about why you unalive Martin Luther King, because he started talking about the Homestead Act. There is a lot of history we need to know, and we refuse to know it because we keep using this Christianity that tells us to kumbaya. Now, there was if white people can slap and kill and do this and everything and they still get to heaven, then black people, it's time for you to fight back. You don't have to unalive nobody, but you can stop supporting things and you can stop being misled to agree with stuff that makes no sense just so that you can be part of this racist society. America wants it comfortable for rich white, the 1% to continue to do what they want to do. That's why in the melting pot that we are in, we have white people that are okay. We have white people that really do love black people who don't want this and that to happen. And the 1% has to keep pitting us against each other, because if my white friend and your white friend and your Chinese friend and your Chinese friend and your immigrant friend say, fuck this, I'm tired of working for these pennies on the dollar while they taking money out our check and they living comfortably, we always getting things cut down. We always struggling and they continue to stay millionaires while we are the ones working while they're sitting on our backs. Are you ready, D-Maze? I guess not.
Hear me?
Mind games. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, the 1% is both parties, so we make sure we let people know that
Yes,
because
they're
a
both
lot.
parties.
Yeah, because
Let me
everybody be
so
thinking it's a
let me say
Democrat.
this before you. They made Charlie Kirk a national holiday. Both parties voted for that, Democrat and
Really?
Republican. So they play. Yeah, he got a national day, October the 14th. They voted on it and it passed. Both
Oh
both of
wow.
them voted on it, Democrats and Republicans, and that is an example of how they both have to use us with racism. One is out front racist, the other one is hidden racist in the back. And then when that race is finished with the baton, the Republicans they throw the baton to the Democrats, and the Democrats come up front and they take the lead to make it look like they trying to save you from racism, while they running around writing policies that's really destroying you, putting crack in the neighborhoods, giving your resources away to everybody, making sure schools don't represent black communities, making sure history is not. They both passing the baton. They both voted
Exactly.
on this man to have a national holiday.
It's part of
And
the plan.
like Queen
Politics.
Catherine said, we still waiting on the George Floyd bill. Hell, we still waiting on reparations.
Oh yeah, that ain't happening. Joy for a bit ain't happening. Yep, yeah,
But we
reparation gonna be
know
a
that.
long
Look
time.
at look at how we comfortably have to say it ain't happening, because why? Well, why do
Cause
we
we ain't,
say it that way? Because we
cause we're
know
not
like that it's racist. We are ran by a racist society.
and then plus black people that are organized people. I'm just being real. We're not organized enough. We are, but not a mass of black people. They know that's why they use George
We
Floyd because they like, look,
organize. It's just that we organize in all the wrong places. We will
yeah,
organize church every Sunday, but church will not teach history. They only teaching
yeah,
you keep suffering till you die, and then don't worry about this. You will get your reward in heaven. Well, I don't want to go to heaven with a racist who's been able to do whatever they want their whole life, and then wait till the a couple of days that they got on earth and say, "Well, I repented, and now I get to go to heaven with you, my brother."
yeah. And I guess I'm saying more organized for us being an economic power. Like we're not, we probably the only group unorganized. Yeah, we got $1 trillion spending power, but that's different. So they look at Chinese. Like I said, the rich, actually, the richest people in America is China, Asians. It's not even the white people, but they look, they look at. They don't care about like, okay, your spending power or all that other stuff. They going about what they see. They don't look at it as a driving force. But I'm gonna play this real quick. Hold on, let me play this. But yeah, I'm with you, Queen. Like you right, everything you're saying. So let me play this real quick, y'all. You ready? Put
Yeah, go
y'all.
ahead. I was
No,
waiting. I was just talking while you getting your stuff
oh, no,
together.
you good. All right, here we go. All right, let me see. Let's see.
Denounce Identity Evropa, then plan the Charlottesville rally. Why are you failing to denounce this organization? All you have to say is I denounced it. I have no idea who that is. I just described my question. I actually did. I just described Identity Evropa. Does anyone support Identity Evropa here? Does anyone support?
Y'all here?
Okay.
Yes.
You support Identity Evropa? Come to the front of the line. I'd like to talk to you. If you support Identity Evropa, I'd like to talk to you. All right. So tell me why you support Identity Evropa.
Because they do great things and they support white people.
Okay, so
nobody else will speak up for us and support us.
So what great things like planning the Charlottesville rally?
They didn't plan that.
Okay, who did?
I can't remember his name. He's actually irrelevant now, but no, Identity Europa did not plan that. They had people that attended it, sure, but they didn't plan it.
Identity Europa is a widely recognized white supremacist neo-Nazi organization by rational, common sense individuals.
You're regurgitating
allow me to ask a question. Can I ask a question for you? Are you worried America's becoming less white?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want to be a minority in my own country. I see what's happening.
So this is important. What does it mean to be an American? Is it an idea or a history, a shared history, or is it a skin color?
Well, I mean, you could go back to the original founding fathers, the Immigration Act of, I believe it was.
What does it mean to be an American? Is it a skin color or something else?
So there's the current idea of what it means according to the Hart-Celler Immigration Act, all this vote that you guys view. But if you go back to the original founding fathers, they intended this to be a European nation for white men of good stock.
So, can you show me? Let me answer the question. Can you show me where in the United States Constitution it says that?
It wasn't in the Constitution.
It wasn't in the Constitution because they didn't believe it. You, sir, they did not put it in the United States Constitution. Let me answer another question. Let me ask you another question since you support. Allow him to have the mic. Let me ask you another question, sir. What does the phrase, sir,
Constitution, and they made it explicitly clear?
What does the phrase "e pluribus unum" mean? What does the phrase "e pluribus unum" mean?
Why is that relevant?
Because it was on every founding document and presidential seal from our founding, which means out of many one. You, sir, and your ideology is not conservative. It is right-wing, identitarian, and has no place in the conservative movement, my friend. Get out of line. Get out of line.
It was kind of, yeah. I mean, he roasted them and told the truth, but like he said, then then he'll say something, he debate black people. It's like, I don't know when I don't know if it was toward the end he started changing, because him and Van Jones supposed to have been having a private a meeting to discuss like different things. So it's like, I don't know if this is going toward the end or the stuff we saying like stuff way back, but I don't know. But yeah, I want to throw everything out there too, so we can let people know we not just gonna go ahead. We're gonna post the stuff that he said that was right,
Exactly.
yeah. And then, but he's just to the stuff he said about black people because that's incorrect. I mean, yeah, I mean, I understand about the fathers in the home and stuff, but yeah, I mean, yeah, that's it could be anybody.
But
But
it
I get
wasn't
this.
just the fathers and the homeless stuff. It's just this, like here, like they looted him as a national civil rights hero. When did civil rights started being for white people the national civil rights? Not trying to be funny. If you fighting for civil rights for everybody, but
Facts.
he got the Presidential Medal of Freedom, and he was speaking a lot of stuff. And like we say, okay, he spent 8 years calling the nation's first black president Barack the Magic Negro, and his wife a gorilla in heels.
Not fine. I'd be fine about the Magic Negro, but
I
now he ain't talking
know.
about the people. Yeah.
And then
Hold on,
when he said black women, he had to think about being on a plane and all this stuff. Sometimes they do get around their friends and speak that rhetoric, and then they might, was he changing? Did he change? Like, is this why people say that, like you said, people say they don't believe he was really that boy, that guy, that young boy that's supposed to assassinate him. I've been seeing different articles, it might be wrong, but I've been seeing different articles where he said he didn't do it. And then people saying it was he set up by them to be taken out because he was changing, because we know that's their tactic, because they damn sure did it to Martin Luther King. Everybody to this day think Martin Luther King was assassinated by a bullet. No, he was smothered by a white man at the hospital after he survived the bullet.
Candace on, she really broke it down. Yeah, but yeah,
What did
she had
she
you thinking.
say?
She talking about she was breaking down like it was two people. Like she showed the footage of like she do her research thoroughly. She saw how like the time frame one matching up. Just showing how one guy was running from the scene, one guy was already there. Had the clothes and stuff that matched, the
Mhm.
sizes and stuff. Yeah, she said she ain't buying it. She
A
like it's
lot of
two
people are
two
saying
shooters.
it. A lot of
Yeah,
people are saying it
yeah,
because it's like, did okay, like if we gonna just take a break because as black people, we're fair people. We're gonna talk grown up stuff. If he started
yeah,
changing his talk and he started changing the way he was doing, did they want to take him out before he can change? Just like they took out Martin Luther King before he could change, just like
yeah,
they took out Malcolm X before he could change. When
yep,
you have a big following, because
yep.
the like I said, that 1% that runs America wants everybody to be against each other, and they need that racist ideology passed on to their children. Because if he was the
Ah,
poster child that they need, because they want their children to grow up to be just like grandpa. And so
hmm,
if they want him to be that poster child and he started changing and he started hanging with black people and he started saying, wait a minute, some of this might be wrong. He had the power to change the racist ideologies that has been spewed. Because like you
now
said,
you
him and
could.
Dan Jones was supposed to sit down together. Now I seen that myself.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I get it like that though. If you start changing your views and stuff, they're like, "Hold on, now you was doing good, and now you wanna nah, we gotta do something we ain't
They
did
gotta
since the
call,
'60s."
hey, take him out.
Yeah,
He about to
yeah.
change our children's views. So it's really
Um,
controversial because like we said, we can't trust our government. And that's what I seen on Turning Point USA too. On one of those activist kits, it said if your government becomes a Tyrannian government to you, and that's what we stand on in UEOA. The reason why we're wanting to separate and create our own micronation is because the government, the USA, has become a tyrannical government to black people always and to the rest of the citizens. And now I've seen
yep,
that on his turning point. And so was he changing? Like, because this is what we want to happen. The reason why we're on these, so supposedly be on here YouTube talking and spreading knowledge, is so that we can change the minds of those who has been poisoned by the real racist society. So
exactly,
was he being
exactly.
changed?
That's a good
Because
point. We might have piggyback on that.
what you say,
Yeah, we more. They
you
might
kind of
piggyback on that one because yeah,
you in the
yeah, I think
you in the
I think
matrix. Uh-oh.
you
You
made
kind of
it
in the
to.
matrix.
Yeah, we don't the major. They probably messing with the video because we telling the truth.
Exactly, because this is what I never understood. For him to be as close to Trump as and doing everything he doing, and the video didn't make sense neither. Because when the guy jumped off the roof, he met next to somebody, and I seen that in the beginning. And so for all this to happen, how come he didn't have better security? And then, like they say, the security looked like they was signaling people. And I'm just trying to tell y'all people,
So yeah, she
Yep,
went out. She went out.
they kicked
Yep.
me
Yeah,
out. They kicked
yeah,
me
yeah.
out
They
because
they
they don't
trip.
want us alone.
Yeah, they tripping. We probably want to
Mm-hmm.
kind of do another one because but they most definitely tripping and stuff. Now YouTube would do that too. Now if we start
Yeah.
getting telling some stuff, they're like, hey, hold on now, y'all theories are making sense, man. Y'all, y'all up here talking about the government, might have took them out, and he was trying to bring the country
Mm-hmm.
together. And I think people changing though. I think this country changing. I mean, I'm B1 first, but at the end of the day, I think people changing this country. I think, especially the younger generation, I think they don't too much care for that. They ain't buying that old stuff
Mm-hmm.
that the old, the old heads be spewing and stuff
Yep.
on both sides of the coin. So I think a lot of them like, man, we ain't trying to go for this stuff. Like, why should we participate in all this hate? You know what I'm saying? They'll make no sense. If we gonna live in this country, why should I hate another person because of their skin? But we know where all that comes from. But like you say, you can put babies in a room, black and white. They don't know what the hell color they is. They
Nope.
just playing with they playing with their toy. They looking in there. Shit, racism? What's that? Black, white? What's that?
Exactly.
Like, and it was kind of funny, man. Like you got to be taught this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta. And it's sad. I was reading the Marcus Garvey autobiography of Marcus Garvey years ago. I was in high
Mhm.
school. One of his best friend was a
Mhm.
white kid, and he said he'd never forget when he turned 12 or 13. The mom said, "Okay, now come back in. You can't play with him no more. You gotta learn the way of the world."
Yeah.
I
Can you
said,
hear me? I'm
Wow.
back. Back.
"Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
They get rid of
get a
us.
little choppy. Yeah, we probably cut it out in a minute because it's choppy still. They probably still messing with it.
Yeah, they
Yeah, we
don't.
put too much
This is
information out.
just these are just points of how they
Yeah, yeah, choppy. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. They don't want to hear the, they don't want to hear the truth about you. Yeah, you real staticky. If I was like that, that mean they would mess with everybody's
Mhm.
thing. And my earbud about to go out anyway in a minute. I'm at like 8%. But I think we get some good
Mhm.
information though, because yeah, we get some real information. That's a theory. It's something to think about though, about them if they did want to silence him because he would turn over. We not saying that's what he was doing, but if he
Mhm.
was, that'd be a good reason for them to, you know, let him,
That does
get
make
him out
sense
of
what
here.
you were saying. I didn't think
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that, but if that is what's going on,
Yeah,
that
cause
could
we'll
be
get caught up in
true.
emotions and stuff. Exactly, we'll get caught up in emotions. Remember, he young. He in the beginning he probably thought a certain way. He like, hold on, man, this ain't really adding up. You know what? So because he even told one black woman like, yeah, you want your kids want to have their fathers and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like she was agreeing with him. I forgot which one that was, but yeah, it is. Yeah, like I said, because each time frame we don't know. See certain video like in the stuff that people talk about now is this current stuff, is stuff in the past. But yeah, still certain things you say still come back and haunt you. You gotta be careful with that. But yeah, Tina, she kind of
Yeah, that's
yeah,
true.
she gotta. So we probably had to shut it down because like, it's ain't never been this bad. Mine was kind of choppy. Like mine, I'm like it.
I just do uploads. I don't know how to work this StreamYard nonsense, and I don't want to know.
Yeah, but
I'm
well,
just minding my business.
I guess it's
because
still
it's
active.
it's Angie coming in late. I get Angie. Yeah, I gotta get off of here. Let me see. Oh yeah, my 10%. Who is that? See,
Okay.
those dudes trying to come in, but I don't know who that is. I don't even know who. Yeah, it's tripping. It's showing me and you, and then still in land.
Get up out of here because
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
We
y'all are
just got.
choppy.
Yeah. Hey, hello. Hey, Jake. Sam. Yeah, we can't hear you. We just gonna shut it down and do it change it up another day because we can't hear you.
yeah, other day, man, because this is
Okay, we'll
worse
shut it
than
down.
it's ever been.
Yeah, yeah, it's real bad. Okay, well it's still enough for people to check out. We'll do probably back get on Wednesday.
Yes, and I want to just say this before we leave. People think what they did to our people, they will do to their own people. Was he changing? Because I'm hearing a lot of different stories. He did say stuff, but do people change? That's the only thing I'm.
Oh yeah, yeah, y'all just
That's a
think
good
about it.
point.
Like I said, yeah, we threw some stuff out there. They trying to mess up the video,
Making the live because it's
So
none of us that
that being said, y'all, we'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.
All right, peace. Thank you for coming out.